Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Bass Kicker, back with another video. I got a good one for you. A juicy one. I don't know why I said that, but it's juicy. Anyway, I have a few things about guns. I have a few guns I want to show you over here. You can see the stock right there. You can already probably tell what they are. They're small guns. They're not very big. I was also going to teach you, well, not teach you, but I'm also going to show you some more things like bullet calibers and how shotgun shells work, because in the you'll see in a second. Alright? Wonderful. Sweet. Juicy. First off, shout out a couple of people. First off, Jordan IMR14, good friend of mine. Love him. I miss him, but I haven't seen him in a while. We haven't collaborated in a while, and we really need to get back into it. So, first things first. Actually, that's the first thing. Second thing, second. The first gun I want to show y'all is, I don't think you can, no, you can't see the logo, but this is a break barrel. As you can see, it breaks the barrel. It is a pellet gun. Now, pellet guns are really good guns for squirrel and small game, but the only problem I have with this gun is the scope. I don't know if you can see that. You're not going to be able to see that. It's crappy quality, but the scopes, I don't like it. It doesn't have any type of zoom. It doesn't have clarity, but it's still a good gun. And it's a break barrel, so it doesn't get much better than that. Second gun is another break barrel, but this is a Rossi 410. This is not a break barrel where you break it and it charges it. This one, when you break the barrel, it charges it, so it shoots out compressed air, which fires the pellet. This actually takes a little shotgun shell. This is a 410 shotgun shell, birdshot, low brass, which means it doesn't kick very bad. I mean, it's not going to kick bad anyway. It's just a 410, but I like, right there, you can see the barrel. You stick this in there like that, and it sits right there. Now, I'm not going to close it for obvious reasons. I want to stay safe, but you stick it in there. Now, right now, I have the gun on safety, so it's not going to fire. There's not a shell in there anyway, but what you do is, this hammer right here, you pull back like that. You pull the trigger, it goes forward. But when you charge that hammer, you always have to be careful with what you're doing. If you ever charge your hammer and you don't mean to, all you got to do is hold it back, pull the trigger, and slowly let off the hammer. And when you don't have to don't have to hold the hammer back anymore, you let go of the trigger. So yes, this is a 12-inch barrel. No, hold on. It's a 23-inch barrel. Yeah. So yeah, this is my 410. It is used for mainly squirrel, small game with the birdshot. But this is a 410 is what they call a snake charmer, because this is what I use around the house. You know, when you see a snake and just. So those are the two guns that I wanted to show you. Now, there's also something else I wanted to show you. Bullets. Not really bullets. You can't really say bullets. They're not bullets. They're cartridges. As I showed y'all, 410. This is a little tiny thing. You might think that it's long, but it's really not. This is the bad boy. If you can't tell, this is buckshot, and this is very high brass, which means a pro wrestler comes up, punches you. This is what that feels like, if a pro wrestler just comes up and punches you in the shoulder. But I'm not going to show you my 12 gauge, because that's for another video, and I really don't feel like getting it out of the gun case. But birdshot, buckshot, there's a difference. Buckshot, high-powered, 9 pellets, used for Tactical advantages: birdshot, low brass, hunting, squirrels, birds, whatever you want. Just a second, and this is something that I cut open into because I was thinking to myself, what's a slug like? This is a 1 ounce slug. Now, you might say, how's that supposed to fit in your shotgun? Well, it was like this casing, but I cut it off, and so this is what a slug looks like. Right here, that's where the powder goes. I don't know if you can see it on this camera, but right there you can see all of that little stuff. That's powder. That's what burns. That's what goes. That's what sticks. That's what sits right here. This hammer pulls back and hits it. It shoots forward. Secondly, this little thing goes with it, but it kind of burns. Actually, no, it doesn't go with it. I'm sorry. It breaks off like this, and then you got that little slug. And it hits. And I don't know if any of y'all out there have ever shot a slug. If you have, my condolences, because it hurts bad. But enough of shotguns. Gotta get that back in there. I have all of these sitting on my shelves because these are all the type of guns that I want to shoot. Oh, hold on. 12 gauge. You got green shell 12 gauge and you got red shell 12 gauge. These are shells that I have shot. See? If you noticed, the green shell for the 410 is low brass. It doesn't kick, it's not that loud, it's low brass. It doesn't have a lot of power. This green shell has twice the power, twice the momentum, twice the kick. Kicks a little harder, sounds a lot louder, but still birdshot. It still can take down small game. So now I have 3 rifle rounds. We're going to go smallest to largest. Smallest being a 22 long rifle. I do not have a 22 with me, but my dream gun, my dream gun is an AR-15 that's skeletonized, but a Henry brand Arms 22 long rifle. Very nice gun. It's lever action, which means you hold it and you go and I'm not just going to show you the cartridges. My grandpa taught me something. He taught me that no matter what, you always have to be careful. You always have to stay safe. Because this little, like, look at this. Your finger is about 1 inch. And if you can see that, or your fingertip, this little part right here, it's about 1 inch. That's not even an inch long. But this has the capacity to kill somebody up to a mile. This thing can keep going and keep momentum for a mile and still harm somebody. So you can see where you really need to be careful, because if you're shooting blind in the dark, or where you're just shooting blind and you pull that trigger and it keeps going and it ricochets off a tree because you didn't make sure your area was safe, it could keep going for another mile and hit somebody and kill them. So yes, you definitely have to be careful. But little 22, it's a hot little round. I like 22s. But a 30-06 is an even better round. 30-06, 30-06, 30-06, like 3006, they're all the same thing. 30-06, 0, same thing. But this is a furious little round. It's used for deer hunting. You see it's a soft tip. You can see the lead right there. It's a soft tip. This is used for big game, hog, deer, such. And it's got a lot of power, a lot of momentum. It's a small little bullet. See, look. The projectile is only about that big. Move my finger down. It's only about that big. It's not very big. And it's small, but it's going fast. It's got momentum. And look, I don't know if y'all can hear that, but you can hear the powder shaking around. Shotgun powder and rifle powder are two different things. Think of it as salt and pepper. Salt are big grains. That's what a shotgun shell would take. Pepper would be the little tiny pieces. That's what's in a rifle round. Next rifle round is a 300 Win Mag. Now, when you hear 300 Win Mag, you probably think of military-grade sniper rifles. Also used as a common deer rifle, but this is a military-grade round. And yeah, so it's a military-grade round. It's going really, really fast. And the green tip, I'm not sure what that means. I think that it means it's armor. No, it's armor piercing. So yeah. And this round right here is even smaller than the 30-06. But it's got more powder because you can tell one's a little bit bigger than the other. It's got more powder, more power, more piercing abilities, more push. That's that. So, remember, always stay safe with guns. Now, I know in a previous video, because a lot of people at school were saying, what do you mean by merch? Like, what do you... That was a joke. Like, that was a joke. I don't have any merch. I am coming out with a new hat. I do not have it with me now, but it says Kiss My Bass. I am coming out with that. I'm doing a giveaway soon of a shirt, a hat, and another hat. They're two different hats. But I think that's going to be it for the video, guys. I know, it's a long video, but if you stay tuned to the end, you maybe have learned something. If you didn't learn anything, gun enthusiast, yippee-doo, you know something. But for all those people who don't know, just because it's a bigger round doesn't mean it's got more capabilities. Just because it has more power doesn't mean it has more of a... Like, I'm trying to fathom what to say here. Very big round, 30-06, very big, very big. Goes really fast, but it has more kick ability. 300 Win Mag, very small round, has more piercing ability. So at farther range, you're going down range, you pull that trigger, it shoots out, it hits. It doesn't really go like, what it's gonna do is it's gonna pierce, and it's gonna go deep. This gun, though, if you get... Let me say it like this. Imagine getting hit with a round of 30-06. Now, it doesn't kill you, and it doesn't enter, so it doesn't harm you. But the kick of it, it would probably feel like nothing you've ever felt before. If you've ever shot a shotgun, then you would know when a bigger, like, more powder kicks hard. Which is why, for a snake gun, I use this gun, because it's a very small round, and it doesn't need a lot to kill a snake. So it only kicks like that. Well, I mean, like, you can't really feel it, but, like, if I held it like this, it would probably just do that. Because shotguns have more power. They go faster. So, I'm done with the video. I'm done talking. You're probably not staying tuned. None of y'all are probably here. But I just figured we could do it anyway. So, as always, guys, I will see all of you in the next video. As always. As always, as always, as always. Keep kicking bass. Goodbye.